Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way. Um, Mr. Z, get your intro correct, Z. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Um, we might not stream too long. I know Dr. T Hassan Johnson is reviewing the new Captain America, so shout out to him. Mr. Z gonna try to find a way to watch it. I don't know how, but we'll see. Um, so this is gonna be a bit of a ramble. So we're gonna be a little aimless, but hopefully y'all get what Mr. Z is saying. Shout out to Cyrus Burke, first in the building. He says, "What's up, Z? I'm still at a loss for words on what I saw." Well, what you saw was what it means to really be brainwashed. For those of you that caught Angry Man's stream, him at least the segment with Angry Man speaking to Myron. Yes, Myron from Fresh and Fit. I have about 40 minutes that I was able to see. Um, yeah, let me stress this. It's interesting to be the child of immigrants, admit that you went to a college or university that was 95% white or something along those lines, say that you had pretty much white friends, say that these white friends and co-workers and whoever your white friends made racist anti-black jokes in your presence, say that black people practice victim mentality, and then say those black people are the brainwashed ones in America, with America's history. Myron, did you hear yourself? Let's run that back. Myron says that too many black people in America are brainwashed. After he says he went to a university that was some 95% white, something like that, he said, right? Admits that his white friends or the white folks around him, the non-black people at least around him, so that's the Indians, his words, the Latinos, the Indians, the white folks around him are making anti-black comments and jokes when black people are not around, but making those comments in his presence. And then Myron says that. Myron says that and says black people are brainwashed. Oh boy. Myron, you were born and raised in America, as at least from what other people from outside see, a black man. You're categorized as a black man. You're putting up the Hell Hitler salute while wearing a robe like the KKK. But black people in mass in America are the brainwashed ones. A black man born and raised in America with America's history concerning black folks is caught on camera with the KKK hood on, excuse me, with the Hell Hitler salute, and he has the unmitigated gall, the gumption, to say black people are the ones that are brainwashed. He goes on his anti-small hat rant on Angry Man's channel. Huh? He says he's against reparations. He uses the most racist, stereotypical stuff, which I got to spit out 40s and Jordans or whatever he said. Myron, you said black people are brainwashed, and all you could spout is anti-black nonsense. But black people in mass are brainwashed. Oh, Angry Man, you hosted him. Angry Man, you allowed this on your platform. Y'all started off talking about Kendrick and Kendrick being a race baiter, Tariq being a race baiter. Huh? Myron goes so far as to say, he said this multiple times now, black people are less depressed than white folks. It's more likely that you be good than the white dude. In America, Myron, that's not even true of Asians. Ooh, I bet y'all didn't know that. I bet you many of you didn't know white flight is happening with Asians too. Too many Asians move in the neighborhood. White folks move away. They don't want the competition. Huh? Angry man, you allowed for that ahistoricism. Angry man, you said what Myron was saying was facts. It's ahistorical. Y'all need to cut this out. We were better when we were during segregation. That's not true. Stop spouting ahistorical crap. Black people were better during segregation. Then why did segregation happen? Oh, let me get this right. All these masses of black people were brainwashed into believing that the segregation was detrimental to them. Huh? Because a couple of people in the black community owned a grocery store or a tire shop. Huh? So this is what we saying now. This is where we are with it now. I just listened to Angry Man host Myron and allow for Myron to spit all his vile anti-black nonsense. Angry Man, this is how far you going with the Kendrick stuff? Because y'all just can't accept the light-skinned mixed dude took a L? The feminists are right about one thing. The personal is political. They damn sure right about that. That one they 100% right about. Kendrick walks the line of conscious rapper. Is he really conscious? But he walks the line, right? He ripped Drake apart. There is no other way to say it, Angry Man. There is no other interpretation. Point blank, period. And you know it. As a hip hop fan, you know it. Hold the L and move on. This don't got nothing to do with the gynocracy. This don't got nothing to do with black people being brainwashed. This don't got nothing to do with Kendrick race baiting. Kendrick beat Drake fair and square. He outsmarted Drake every single step of the way. Drake got him on one thing, the BS about Drake having a daughter. That's it. And you know it. But this is how far you want to go, Angry Man, instead of just holding that L and moving on. The beef was last year, early last year. Wow. Angry Man, I'm going to say this and I'm going to watch y'all do it anyway. Y'all took the wrong reading from Trump winning. Y'all going to go too far with the cultural just like how y'all felt the left did. And Mr. Z, I told you so is impeccable. I'm telling y'all now. Y'all don't want Z to be right. My I told you so gonna make y'all want to self-delete. Y'all got the wrong reading from this. Y'all gonna take this culture war too far, just like how you accused the left of doing it. Huh? Angry Man, you let Myron get on your platform and spout every racist drivel, every anti-black crap he could muster up. Respectability politics is not gonna help black people. Do y'all appreciate the wealth consolidation y'all are witnessing? And you let Myron say he's anti-reparations and then say, well, life is not fair. Yeah, okay, so the Japanese got reparations. Okay, so what? Life is not fair. Angry Man, you let that happen on your platform. Angry Man, do you need Mr. Z to start doing the BGS charts and data so we could show you what black wealth look like and that you can't make up for a lack of black wealth with income, especially now with Trump being president? Huh? Y'all think black people could respectability politics their way out of poverty? Wait, what? AngryMan, you realize you saying the same thing the elders were saying in the 90s when jobs were being shipped overseas in the 80s and the 90s. You're literally saying the same thing right now in the 21st century in 2025. You're letting Myron say that right now while admitting that he agreed with Laura Loomer about the H-1B visas. Wait, but when black people were making that complaint in the 80s and 90s, yeah, I want to hear it. Of course, Myron was a kid back then, but that same mentality existed back then. AngryMan, what the hell did I just watch? How far y'all gonna go with the anti-woke stuff? Uh-oh. How far y'all gonna push the envelope with the I say what I want, I do what I want? How far y'all gonna take this? Huh? How far are you gonna take the anti-PC, anti-woke culture stuff? AngryMan, you just allowed a man that did the Hell Hitler salute and mocked black people, mocked black Americans, mocked ADOS, mocked FBA. You just allowed him on your platform while he was doing the Hell Hitler salute last year and wearing KKK hood. That you just allowed that on your platform. Wow. And all y'all ever have to say is y'all got y'all women identify, y'all following behind your mamas. And AngryMan, you said that last year just so that you can admit that Drake took a L? That those of us that saw that Drake took a L, that we're too what, gynocratic? We following behind our mamas? It's because the black community is led by its women. That's why we identified that Drake took the L, a major L. Do y'all hear yourself? Do y'all hear yourself? Myron literally said what he said unironically. He said what he said with a straight face. He admitted he went to a predominantly white institution for college and university. He has pretty much white friends, at least back then he did. He admit Myron, do you understand the insult it is to be the black friend to white racist folks? And to allow for non-black people to make racist anti-black jokes in your face. That is not a compliment, dumbass. You admitted that you let non-black folks talk real greasy, insulting about black people. And you said that like the problem was that black people are too sensitive and too weak and have bad culture, and that the racists would be afraid that they would be called racist if they said the things in other black people's presence instead of in your presence. Do you hear yourself? Oh my, this Negro just called himself a coon. Oh my God. That's frightening. You wonder how you could have small hats that were part of the SS and not feel nothing about watching their brethren get tortured in gas chambers. This dude told you he's the black friend to people that despise black people and think that they should be on the bottom and do things to make sure they're on the bottom. And Myron said, "Well, we deserve it because the women ain't on accord." Yeah, that's it. We deserve it because we're not respectable enough. Y'all think Myron wouldn't want y'all get tortured? because y'all sag y'all pants and y'all listen to degenerate rap music. His words, degenerate rap music. You think he wouldn't justify that? Wow. Being able to speak, being somewhat educated, some type of intelligence, that shit don't mean nothing when it come to character. This dude is the worst. Angry Man, you allowed for that. Angry Man, you allowed for that. Loki encouraged it. And all y'all ever gotta say is y'all, when we woman identified, that's because when we come from gynocratic culture, huh? The matriarchy. That's the reason. Y'all gonna take this anti-woke, anti-PC culture way too far. Y'all gonna push it to the limit. I know you are. And take the biggest. You think the left took a L? Oh, wait until y'all see what the L y'all culture warring conservatives defending white rich daddies on some LGBTQ stuff. It's funny y'all anti-TRA and S. What you think you look like defending the rich white daddies, zaddies, excuse me. Huh? Y'all might as well be jerking them off. Huh? That's frightening. I just watched two black men excuse anti-blackness in America. Angry Man and Myron, what bank do you think if we audit them, you wouldn't find anti-blackness dripping from every goddamn page? What news organization? What blue collar environment? What white collar environment? Name the environment in America that if we sent some type of forensic investigator, private investigator that was not black to see how they talk about black people, treat black people, that you wouldn't come back with the most goddamn diabolical schemes to screw over black people. Name the industry. Name him. And in this country, Myron got the unmitigated gall to say what? If you play your cards right as a black man, if you know how to move, you have better and more opportunity than the white folks, than the white men. And Myron had the unmitigated gall, the gumption. He had the unmitigated gall to say black people, black men, have more opportunity or better opportunity than white folks? Than white men? That's why he's anti-reparations? Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting ass 4 years. Huh? This is gonna be an interesting ass 4 years. Y'all get y'all feelings broken one time by other Negroes, and y'all go full Hitler. Y'all go full short mustache man. Goddamn. Negroes can't play the dozens for anything. They get outsmarted, outwitted one time playing the dozens with other black people, and they go full KKK. Okay. Well, damn. Myron talking about brainwash. Myron, you what? Brainwashed? Dude, you said you allow for non-black people to talk about black people crazy. You're in America. throwing the hell Hitler salute and wearing a KKK type hoodie. All that to what? Push the limits on being anti-woke? No, dude, that's who you are. Pathetic. These dudes think that, or they say it like, oh, because I disagree with you, I'm a coon. No, you're a coon because you're a coon. It's not because you disagree with other black people, dumbass. Stop being so hyperbolic, pathetic. You're a coon, Myron, because you're a coon because of how you speak, because of what you were saying, and probably how you spoke around them white folks and advocate. Selling black people out, that's coon behavior. We know you about that because you admitted it. You just admitted it. You just admitted that you allowed for non-black people to talk about black people crazy. That's the coon behavior, not that you disagree with other black people, dumbass. What the hell are you talking about? These are the people. The look, Myron is a special case of retarded. I can't even stop with the ad hominem attacks. I can't, y'all. I can't. These dudes get outwitted. They get outsmarted. The black girl they had a crush on when they y'all sound like the women. The black girl, the dark skinned black girl you had a crush on in middle school, turned her nose up at you, and it's F black people forever. The swaggy ass brother was pulling all the chicks back in high school, and your lame dweeb ass ain't getting no place, so it's F black people forever. To the point where you're allowing non-black people to talk crazy. Myron was on there sounding like Vivek, y'all. Myron was up there sounding exactly like Vivek Ramaswamy. And Angry Man not only allowed it, but encouraged it. Huh? Yeah, I remember that. And Cyrus Burke says, let's not forget that Myron got dragged out by white nationalists on a Twitter space. He busted out my busted all the come on man, chill that day. Yeah, Myron didn't have no smoke for that racist white dude. Myron was actually annoyed that the racist white dude was doing it then. Why? Because he's supposed to what? Spank you in private? Huh? Y'all supposed to play grab ass in private. He's supposed to say all the racist stuff in private when y'all under the covers together, right? Uh-oh. He's not supposed to do it in public. We're not supposed to know about the sweet nothings he whispers in your ear in private. He's embarrassing you because it's in public, right? Wink, wink, nod, nod. I hear you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I hear you. Huh? I want y'all to appreciate that's probably the type of stuff that Myron was perfectly okay with when he was a college kid. We watched him as an adult get G checked by that white dude. Myron, he's not even literally in your face. This is not even like a physical threat thing, and you cower to him. The dude who's on Angry Man dismissing black people in their plight cowered to the white dude. And he says that the masses of black people are brainwashed. The masses of black people are brainwashed, but you cowered to the white dude in America when he flexed one muscle. Yeah. Wow. But black people are brainwashed. Yeah, that's it. And Angry Man, you agreed. Huh? Angry Man, you agreed with Myron in the brainwashing of black people, but you ruined for the light skinned mixed dude who took a L by the dark skinned dude. I want you to understand, y'all are saying the masses of black people are brainwashed, and listen to what y'all advocated for. The light skinned mixed dude raised in Canada took a L from the dark skinned dude raised in the hoods of LA. And instead of you, Angry Man, just allowing that L to just be there, just taking the loss and moving on, it's a year ago now, almost a year ago. Dr- excuse me. Kendrick is doing his victory lap as he should. And if it was Drake who would have won that, you would have been perfectly okay with that. You would have been encouraging. You would have been waving the number one foam finger. Huh? But because it was Kendrick and it was so public, and you made such a public stand with Drake, you can't just take that L. This is how far you willing to go for spite, Angry Man? To spite the masses of black people, including black men in the black manosphere, this is how far you willing to go? The feminists are right about that one thing. The personal is political. This is how far y'all willing to go to spite. Oh my God, this is scary. Wow. This is a look. Mr. Zito got I disagree with a lot of conservative brothers, but how far y'all willing to go with the anti-woke stuff? Wow. How far are y'all willing to go? Angry Man, Myron did the Hell Hitler salute, bro. He got on your panel talking about that anti-small hat stuff. We know what they about. It's not even like we necessarily disagree, but he got on your channel spouting that stuff a little too enthusiastically. He sound like the white guys because inside he is, and he might have had them inside of him once or twice. Ooh, goddamn Z. Mr. Z don't even be doing the LGBTQ puns, but Myron just, it's too easy. Huh? Wow. How far y'all willing to go out of spite? To spite other black people. To hear Myron admit all of these things about himself, about what he allowed as a young 20-something-year-old to be sit in his presence, about black people, and to watch him not realize what he's saying. Like, it, I'm telling you, I'm listening to the thing, Cyrus. I'm listening. I'm like, wait a minute, Myron, did you hear what you just said about yourself? You're saying you're the black friend racist anti-black people are comfortable with saying anti-black things to and saying anti-black things about other black people. You admitted that you're cooning. What, you think black people are too sensitive because we can't just listen to non-black people tell us how low our IQ is? You know how you kept on saying about low IQ? You don't hear the white boy in you? Negro, you're in your mid late 30s? You sound like a 12-year-old edgelord white boy. You're what, in your late mid 30s, Myron? Sounded like a 15-year-old that's on the internet a little too much. A 15-year-old white boy that's on the internet a little too much. Huh? Angry Man, you allowed for that. Myron, we know what the small hats got going on. You're not the only one. Shocker, you're not the smartest person in the room. We get it. We know. We might even agree with you on certain things. But the way you were speaking, sound like you've been around the white guys too much. It ain't racism, it's the small hats. They funded all of it. It's the small hats. Bro. Huh? Myron's talking about brainwashed while he sounds like a god. It just pick any meeny miny mo any conservative white man, and Myron sound exactly like them, and got the nerve to call someone else brainwashed. Got the nerve to call someone else brainwashed in America while he sound like a white man in America. Hey, Myron, you want to talk about low IQ? How many brain cells does it take to just sound like any random conservative white man in America? Name the racist conservative uncle. Name him. Name the white racist conservative uncle that the young white people don't want to talk to at Thanksgiving dinner because they know he gonna say something crazy. And you don't sound like him, and you have the unmitigated gall, the gumption, the audacity to talk about others being brainwashed. Huh? And Chaos says, "Did you play the video?" No, that look, Cyrus, that thing. Wait, my phone was like, what? I tried downloading it, and it was taking way too long, and it took way too much space. Right? We'll find a workaround. We'll find a workaround. Maybe Mr. Z will come back to y'all with a part two, but I don't know if I have the time tomorrow. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing this now. Right? This is some real frightening stuff, y'all. When I'm saying that, I'm not just throwing out the word frightening. No, Mr. Z is really frightened that I am listening to adults. It's the same thing I feel about the women. When you listen to adults sound like scorned 6-year olds. We're not talking about people in their early 20s either. We're talking about people in their 30s and 40s and whatnot. Sound like little scorned 6-year olds. Angry Man, you throwing a damn temper tantrum practically because Drake take a public L? Angry Man, you pretty much nodding your head in agreement with Myron talking about brainwashed, and you live in America and you back in the light skinned mixed nigga that took a L? Huh? Sorry, said the shit took a quarter of a day to capture and upload. Yeah, my phone they had no my phone had no chance. Huh? I'm gonna try to find a workaround though. I'm gonna try to find a workaround. Like Angry Man, the kind of dude who is still pissed that Wesley was abusing light skinned dudes in New Jack City 30 plus years ago. 30 years ago. Huh? Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. I want to do. I wanted to do Cyrus a solid. Cyrus, I checked out the whole thing. I listened to the whole thing, bro. I don't know how it ended out, so some of this might need a bit of context. But I listened for goddamn 40 minutes. The whole 40 minutes you sent me. Look, the phone is on its way. The phone is on its way. The watch is already here. The phone is on its way. But you know, Mr. Z got to be exclusive with his stuff because, of course, everything got to be so damn difficult. So the watch is here. The phone is on its way. I'm like, why advertise the phone if you number one, y'all don't have it in the store? There's I'm telling y'all, damn near all of South Florida did not have the 512. Jesus Christ. By the way, we're talking about the Samsung S25 Ultra, right? That's number one. Then number two. Oh, wait a minute. We might have some compassion. What you got for me? Let me see. Wait a minute. Y'all give me a second. Mid sentence. I'm sorry, Indigo. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let's see if we got something. Let's see what we got. Okay, okay. It's not the video. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to download that at another time. It won't even let me click it. Compassion. Yeah, it won't even let me click it. Right? Yeah, I should have did that. And I was thinking about it and I never did it. And now, well, I gotta suffer. And Indigo says I pre-ordered mine. Right? Wow. So yeah, it won't even let me click it while I'm streaming compassionate. Yeah, he says, "Damn, Cyrus, thank you for sending me this. Mr. Z is truly frightened. When I tell y'all I'm moving careful out here because like to think you're looking at adults in the way they justify like this is it's scary because you're watching adults justify like and like defend the indefensible. Like Myron talking like, oh, traditionally, black people and black people vote Democrats because they're brainwashed and low IQ and bro, do you not, nigga? You sound like the racist white dudes. Like Myron, you sound exactly like the white boys you probably went to college with. Myron, do you hear yourself? Nigga, you literally said you were cooning. You unironically said you're the cool friend to the white racists and to the anti-black Indians and Latinos and whatnot. You don't see that as oh wait, I forgot. We're too sensitive. Yeah, that's it. We're too sensitive because the racist white folks can't speak racist in our presence. So we're too sensitive. We're brainwashed. Yeah, that's it. Oh my god, the dude said it unironic. Yo, Myron, do you have a mirror at your house? Is there a mirror anywhere? Do you ever look at it? Wow. That's scary, y'all. And AngryMan is over here like nodding in agreement. Once again, we don't know how it ended out, but wow, 40 minutes and don't look like AngryMan really disagree with too much. Wow. So y'all, let me read this from KW Don. And KW Don says, in the discussion with Destiny, AngryMan said John Wayne was his example of manhood, not Nat Turner or Khalid Muhammad. Enough said. Look, I understand going against the grain. I understand not going in the same direction as everyone else all the time. I get it. But being contrarian just for the sake of being contrarian, particularly concerning black folks, how does that benefit anyone, including you yourself? Myron, you were just an everyday government worker before you got on YouTube. You're just an everyday government worker, college educated, just everyday black man. How does thinking the worst of other black people, especially those who don't perfectly align with your cooning ass ways, how does that help anyone? Y'all Negroes stay hiding during the Jim Crow era. Y'all stay pretty much saying Jim Crow benefited or was better for black people. There were more successful black people. No, there wasn't. That's why they fought against Jim Crow laws. separate but equal was never actually equal, dumbass. Unless you think you know better than Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Medgar Evers and Huey P. Newton and Fred Hampton and Asada and Afeni Shakur. Unless you think you know better than them. Uh-oh. Huh? Fannie Lou Hamer and them. Unless you think you know better than them. Uh-oh. Maybe you do. Huh? Thank you, James Baldwin. He could have hold a candle to James Baldwin. Stop it. Y'all stay romanticizing Jim Crow. First of all, Myron, you and me both are children of immigrants. I could see why they call you Tether. Oh boy. Number one. Well, Sudan literally means the land of the black and the Negro. That don't mean crap. You cooning. Number one. But number two, Mr. Z says we and us. When I speak about black Americans, they get it. They don't call me Tether though. Ooh. Why don't they call me Tether, Myron? I'm the child of immigrants and everybody know it. Why don't I get called Tether, Myron? Uh-oh. Just saying. Huh? But fine. This over-romanticization of the Jim Crow era, because y'all really think what black people were kicking ass like that? Because a couple of people had some stores and businesses? Y'all think black people are doing that swell? Then why do you think they fought against the Jim Crow laws? Because they were brainwashed? Do you hear yourself? You anti-reparations. Of course you are. Imagine being anti-repar. It's the justification for being anti-reparations. He literally used the racist white stereotypes. So, what y'all gonna spend it on 40s and Jordans and what? Negro, you literally said, unironically, that non-black people got to talk about black people crazy in your presence. You said that like the problem is that black people are so soft that we can't accept racism in our face. You said that with a straight face. Oh man, where do they find these characters? Ugh. No wonder Tariq is calling you Tether. Do you hear yourself? Good point. And Compassion says, what Baldwin say? Watching John Wayne and slowly realizing you were the Indians he was killing. Shaking my head. Right? And KW Don, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Imagine saying that John Wayne was more inspirational to you than Khalid Muhammad. Khalid Muhammad gave Sean Hannity that work. For all of us that ever heard that recording. Khalid Muhammad gave Sean Hannity that work. Khalid Muhammad could smell the racist guy that called into that show. We talk about forever ago, by the way. When he finally said we're having the KKK meeting at such and such, Hannity was like, whoa, wait a minute. First of all, let's stop pretending. Hannity knew that guy was that guy too. And when the brother called in later and was like, Mr. Hannity, how was Khalid Muhammad able to peep game before you were? And he gave one of them backhanded ass compliments. You know, maybe he's smarter. He's smarter than I am. Maybe. Huh? And Black Uru says there are lots of brothers in this space who do some crazy revisionist history of pre-integration America. Wait for it, Black Guru. But we're the ones that are brainwashed, though. You live in a country where the second most populous state, and other states following suit, the second most populous state is whitewashing and watering down slavery and its effects. Texas, you live in that state. You're espousing the same type of revisionist history that they're pushing in that state and in Florida, low key, high key. And you are saying that everyone else, black people, who don't say the same things you say with the revisionist history, they're the ones that are brainwashed. Yeah. Huh? Namus says John Wayne ranted how perturbed he was about MLK and civil rights movement. When Mr. Z says let them talk, y'all notice Mr. Z means that about everyone, not just the women. Let them talk. Y'all let Myron talk long enough, the dude turned out to be Clayton Bigsby. Huh? Y'all are letting AngryMan talk long enough, and he's showing you he's still scoring, as Black Guru said, from goddamn Wesley Snipes saying sit your $5 ass down 30 years ago. Well, damn. That's why Mr. Z says let them talk. That's frightening. Adult black men in the black manosphere claim to be conservative. Y'all supposed to be the men's men. The man's man. Tough as rocks. Tough as nails. And y'all sound like a bunch of scoring 6-year-olds. Huh? Oh, man. I don't know how far y'all willing to go up for spite. I don't know how far y'all willing to go to say you were right, but this ain't it, right? And we'll pause right here. And JL West is supporting the stream. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Right? Thank you for the super chat. Cyrus says Myron thinks our ancestors helped held back the might of the U.S. with a couple of corner stores, sugar shacks, and juke joints. Apparently, right? Apparently, dude doesn't appreciate. You know what? You have scholars like Mercer Baradaron that wrote the book. What The Color of Money or The Color of Law? No, The Color of Law was was the white dude. The Color of Money was her, if I'm not mistaken. And she goes through withering detail about how black people were screwed from the jump, from the Freedmen's Bank on, actually a little bit before the Freedmen's Banks, and she go all the way up through Jim Crow, and she just documents all of the crap that black people been screwed over financially. Those things have long-lasting ramifications. You're not gonna respectability your politics your way out of that. One of the white women on Fox News said it unironically. One day they were speaking about something about auditing the banks and whatever, and she said it. She didn't even realize what she said. If you audit the banks, do you? And Jon Stewart mocked her about it. If you audit the banks, do you understand how much racism and stuff that you're gonna find? Yeah. Do you understand how that's the problem? You're saying that like we shouldn't do it because it's a waste of time and energy and government funds. Because we already know they're racist. What's the point? Just get over the racism, black people. That's the point. You can't. That let me say this for everyone who don't get it. The whole point is that you can't get over the racism. That's the whole point. You can't merit your way over it, right? You can't charisma your way over it. You can't respectability politics your way over it. You can't dress well your way over it. You can't speak well enough over it. That's the whole point. Ism, ism, system. Anybody want to look up the definitions? The suffix ism? You no? Okay, all right. Don't worry about it. Huh? The hell are y'all talking about? You can't respectability politics your way through this. Myron, you're a child of immigrants, right? Sudan, you know the country that was at civil war with itself for how long now? To the point where there's a South Sudan now, the most recent country in America. Excuse me, I wasn't going to say America. In Africa, South Sudan. Isn't that why we have 54 countries in Africa and not 53? Isn't South Sudan the most recent country in Africa? You know, wouldn't that indicate that there's certain things you can't overcome because systems? That's why you're here? No? Okay, don't worry about it. Huh? Myron, what the hell are you talking about? You're here because of white supremacy, Myron. Ooh, goddamn. Myron, that white guy checked the hell out of you and you coward. But white supremacy is a figment of our imagination and we doing too much and we imagining things. Yeah, that's it. Huh? And Black Guru says, the history of America has been about other groups of people capitalizing on the oppression of black people, especially black men and boys. You cannot even have an honest talk of history without that. And this is how you get much of Dr. Richard Reeves of Boys and Men. He started off with dream hoarders and he kept on getting punched in the face with black boys and men. He expanded out. He's never going to admit this. He expanded out to looking at boys and men in general. But he kept on getting punched in the face with how screwed black boys and men are. He's never overtly said what Mr. Z is saying right now. But I've done watch enough interviews where he got real close to saying that. Yeah. Huh? Compassion says none of this is going to age well for Myron. The Myrons of the world, the minds of the world don't care. They're going to go down with the ship. Myron is going to, and he made too many public anti-black statements. And quite frankly, anti-small hat statements too, if we're going to go there. Huh? And once again, Cyrus, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Huh? Vince says, I'll just say the Negroes. Or the young Negroes. I get you. But yeah, you know I hate that term. And Vince says, the YNs, I know Z don't like that term, are older than South Sudan. I'm saying. And Black Uru says, Myron's only value to white people is to serve as a living wedge, and diversion of the issue of race in America. If we were not here, there would be no reason for him to be here. Exactly. I agree. Right. He did mention the his roots also in the video I watched also. And DM says AngryMan is Black American. He stayed bragging about his hood roots. Yeah, he did mention it. It wasn't necessarily bragging tone though, but he did mention it. Right, man. Neighbor says, Z, what are you doing in my wheelhouse? Neighbor, you know I know a little bit about a little bit. You know I know a little bit about a little bit. How would I be able to talk to you about any of this if I didn't? I listened to the replay where we were going in on Vlad and on all the deletions that might link back to him, and I was like, I did good. I did good. Right, man. Cyrus, I ain't gonna read that out loud, but that's hysterical. Right. So on that note, y'all, I just want to do this and shout out to Cyrus Berg. Look, Cyrus Berg put Cyrus. I'm gonna expose you a little bit. Look, Cyrus put 150 on it. He was like, "Hey, I need you to cover this, Z." Here, look. I'm gonna download everything. I'm gonna put everything on the table. You don't gotta do nothing. Look, I need you to cover this. I'm like, all right. I hear you. Okay, all right. Gee, Sky. No, but no, it's important. No, sorry. Like the women are out of line, but I don't know how. I'm not gonna allow for my critique of black women and their behavior, some of the rest of the black community and their behavior. I'm not gonna allow it to lead me off the deep end, off the goddamn edge of the cliff, and wake up in Nazi land. Well, damn. Cyrus says this shit was a cultural emergency, man. We need that conservative audit panel. Look, let me say this. I want to say it. I want Black Rue to be here because I need witnesses, right? The conservatives are going to take the culture war thing too far, just like the liberals did. They're going to take it too far. They're going to take the anti-woke thing too far. They're going to excuse way too much BS. I'm saying it now. I want it on the record that Z said it. Z said it first. I've been saying it though, but I want it on the record. Put it in the book. The black conservatives, the white, Latino, Asian conservatives, they're going to take this way too far. They're going to excuse way too much. They're going to call people snowflakes way too much. I'm going to say it too. And let me take it even a step further. They're going to go too far, further than the liberals did on their side. Watch it. Because they think they got a mandate they did not get. They feel way more justified. They're going to take it too far. Y'all heard Z. Y'all just getting a little snippet of it. Huh? I'm not just talking about Myrons and AngryMans. I'm talking about the white folks. I'm talking about the politicians. I'm talking about all the talking heads and pundits, all the YouTubers, the content creators. They're going to take this way too far. Huh? Black Rooster says they're already doing it. Trump has had to reverse executive order targeting DEI only to discover their own friends were getting screwed by those orders. Huh? I love saying this to white folks. Look, just because your purple-haired feminist girl cousin outwitted you and outsmarted you in front of the rest of your family during Thanksgiving dinner doesn't mean you got to crash the whole goddamn country. You know that's what be happening. Their little snarky, witty purple hair feminist ass girl cousin outsmarted their ass, and now they want to blow everything up, crash everything, burn everything to the ground. Huh? Just because Jessica outsmarted you. Okay. Just because Jennifer outsmarted you. All right, Brad. We hear you. We hear you. Burn everything to the ground because your 19 or 20-year-old girl cousin outsmarted your 37-year-old ass. I hear you. Huh? Pathetic. And Myron over here signing up for the crap, and so is AngryMan. Huh? So on that note, everyone, um, we'll pause right here. I'm gonna try to come to y'all with another stream tomorrow, but tomorrow is gonna be crazy. So we'll see. Y'all might catch me on Saturday. Um, but yeah, look, I had to cover this. Shout out to Cyrus. Cyrus is crazy because I was probably gonna cover it anyway, because I caught a snippet of it. But what's good that you did is because he took it down, I wasn't gonna be able to hear it. I only heard like, let's say, because you sent me the thing, I only heard, excuse me, and you were the only one that sent me an email. What's the sister name? Sent me an email too. Not Toya, not Kareen. It was another sister that rock with me too. She sent me an email about it. But thank God you were able to record it. You said it took you damn near a quarter of a day, right? So yeah, look, I Angry Man, no, look, Angry Man, please reevaluate. Read some literature, right? Reevaluate. Redirect. This ain't it. All of this, Angry Man, you wouldn't allow the goddamn black Nazi over here on your channel to espouse his crap, all because you can't accept that Drake took a L? Let's be very clear. Drake didn't take a L because he brainwashed us, because he was doing Afrocentric things. Drake took a L because Kendrick outsmarted him every single step of the way. Kendrick out-rapped him every single step of the way. We're not brainwashed for stating the obvious. Right? It's not the matriarchy. It's not the gynocracy. Stop. To be frank with saying, Z, Kendrick's smarter than Drake. It's that simple. And stating the obvious does not mean we following behind our mamas. Bro, when he said that, when the beef was happening, I was like, what? Wait, what? So look, Mr. Z could rant on forever. We'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Angry Man, this ain't it. Look, I'm going in on Myron. Pause. He might like that. No, he won't because I'm not white. But Angry Man it's brother. This ain't it. This ain't it. And with that, let me say this. I know for as many of us, we woke up to the gynocracy and its machinations, and some of us knee jerk reacted and went all the way to the opposite side. And I want to caution us on that, right? I want to caution us on that. Be careful how you move out of spite and anger and rage, right? be careful what you advocate for. Because just like what Black Uru was saying, we got Latinos down here that are getting caught up in their cousin that they live in the house with that is an actual citizen voted for Trump. Huh? There's certain people that voted for Trump because they think their taxes are going to get lowered. We'll see about that. You working class as a mug, we'll see about that. Huh? Y'all thinking y'all winning because you saving $2,000 a year. Meanwhile, everything that helps your family out is about $5, $6, $7, $8,000. I'm just saying, are you thinking about these things? Anyway, let's for real. Let's pause right here. Love Piece of Chicken Grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, for the love of God. AngryMan, this ain't it. Myron, kick rocks. Anyway, all right, y'all. Z out.